YouTube video. In our last video, we have just started the invasion of India. We have started the invasion of India, and in that we have seen Muhammad of Ghazni, how he attacked on India and why he attacked on India. This all we have seen in our last video. Now today we are going to see after Muhammad of Ghazni. After he declined, then who was the next? The next was the Muhammad Ghori. The next was the Muhammad Ghori. So Muhammad Ghori, Shahabuddin Muhammad Ghori ascended the throne of Ghazni after his brother Ghiyasuddin death in 1202 century. That means after his brother's death, the Muhammad Ghori handled his own empire. He handled the Ghazni empire, the Afghanistan empire after his brother's death. And who was his brother? Ghiyasuddin's death in 1202 century. We have already read about the first and the second battle of Tehran. We have read about this Tehran battle. The first battle was happened in the 1191 century, and the second battle was fought in the 1192 century. So the first battle was between the Muhammad Ghori and the Prithviraj Chauhan. So the first battle where this happened in Tehran, that's why this battle was known as the Tehran's battle first. And the first battle was won by the Prithviraj Chauhan, and the second battle was won by the Muhammad Ghori. And the Prithviraj Chauhan was the last and the most important rule, of the Rajput families. So and he was the last and important Rajput king, and who was the throne of the Delhi Sultanate. So after the death of Prithviraj Chauhan, Muhammad Ghori became the master of Delhi. He became the master of Delhi, and he ruling on the Rajasthan also. He became the master of Delhi region and the eastern Rajasthan, and laid his own foundation, and he was leading the Turkish rule in India. So what he did there after the death of Prithviraj Chauhan, he became the master of the Rajasthan and the Delhi region, and even he has founded his Turkish rule in India, and he was the leading that Turkish rule in India. In that, and even he was also battled, and he was fought with the another kingdoms also in India. Even there he has defeated the Jayachandra of Kanauj in 1194 century. Between the 1192 century and 1206 century, Turkish rule extended over the Ganga, Yamuna, Do, Bihar and Bengal. Then what he did, the Muhammad Ghori started ruling the Turkish rule in India. He was the founder of the Turkish rule, and he was leading that Turkish rule in India. And even he extended that Turkish rule all over the India, such the places over the Ganga, Yamuna, Do and Bihar. So Muhammad Ghori did not stay in India. Muhammad Ghori was not interested to stay in India, but he conquered many of the states. He conquered many of the states in India. And even he only set up the Delhi Sultanate. So first, who was the king of the Delhi Sultanate? Prithviraj Chauhan. Then after Prithviraj, the Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan, and he killed by Muhammad Ghori. So Muhammad Ghori was the master of Delhi Sultanate and Rajasthan. Then he only set up the Delhi Sultanate, which we will see in the next chapter. Now the case and studies. There were the Cholas family. In class 6 in the ancient period, there were the Cholas family, and how they created his own empire. This also we just covered in the last standard, but here also some information is given about the Cholas. So in class 6 we read about the rise of the Cholas under Karikala Chola. That means in class 6 in the ancient period there was the Karikala Chola, but for a time the Cholas became weak. The Cholas became weak, and after a year they again wake up and they tried to set up his own empire again. So for a while the Chola dipped into obscurity until they rose again in the 9th century under Vijayalaya. So under the leadership of the Vijayalaya, what they did, the Chola set up his own empire again. They set up their own empire again under the leadership of the Vijayalaya, and where they set up their own empire in South India. In South India, they set up their own empire in the leadership of the Vijayalaya in century 800 and 1200 century. So there were two main founders of the Cholas. There were two main rulers of the Cholas, Rajaraja first and the Rajendra Chola. Rajaraja first and the Rajendra Chola. These two were the most famous ruler of the Cholas. So Rajaraja first, he was in 985 till 1016 century. He just ruled. Rajaraja ruled his empire, his own empire, in the century 985 to 1016 century. You just note down this first, then we'll see the Rajaraja first and the Rajendra Chola. Now I hope students you have written this about the invasion in India, Muhammad Ghori. Now the Rajaraja first, about the Cholas, there were two main rulers, the Rajaraja first and the Rajendra Chola. First we'll see the Rajaraja first. Rajaraja first was very powerful ruler. We have seen that these two are the most famous and the powerful ruler of the Cholas kingdom. So Raja Raja first was very powerful ruler, and he defeated the Cheras at Tiruvananthapuram, and the Pandyas at Madurai, and the Chalukyas in Deccan, and expanded his own empire. So Raja Raja first was the most powerful king of the Cholas kingdom, and he just to set up and just to expanded his own empire, he defeated two Cheras at Tiruvananthapuram and the Pandyas at Madurai, and he defeated Chalukyas in Deccan. And by defeating these things, after defeating this person, he has set up his own empire. He expanded his own empire. With the help of strong navy, he captured most of the Sri Lanka and several small islands in Bay of Bengal. So he was having the most powerful army and navy also. He was having the most powerful navy. So he just captured the Sri Lanka and several small islands in the Bay of Bengal. There are little some Iceland was there. He was conquered the Sri Lanka land, and even such Iceland was also there in the with the help of the strong navy. With the help of the strong navy, he captured most of the Sri Lanka and several small islands in the Bay of Bengal. He was an excellent administrator and ruled his empire quite efficiently. So he was the most powerful. He was the most powerful and excellent administrator was also. He is most well known for having constructed the beautiful Brihadeshwara temple in Tanjavur. So what he did in his own period, his own empire, he has built up one beautiful monuments, the Brihadeshwara temple, which is world famous right now also. And where it is this Brihadeshwar temple in Thanjavur. So here this temple is there, which is very world famous, and many visitors go there to visit the temple. And when this temple has built up, in the period of in the ruling of the Raja Raja first in the Cholas kingdom. Now let's write the most important points of this Raja Raja first. The Cholas and the first ruler was Raja Raja first. 985 century to 1016 century. So what he did, he defeated, he was the most powerful king, and defeated the Cheras at Tiruvananthapuram, the Pandya's and Madurai and the Chalukyas in Deccan. He defeated to the Cheras and Tiruvananthapuram, the Pandyas in Madurai and the Chalukyas in Deccan, and he expanded his whole empire there. Even he captured the most of Sri Lanka, and small islands in Bay of Bengal. Then even he had in his spirit he built a beautiful temple Brihadeshwar. Brihadeshwar temple in Tanjore. So about the Raja first we have learned. Right now you just note down this all in your notebook, the main points of the Cholas and the first ruler Raja first. Now the second most important ruler of the Cholas kingdom was Rajendra Chola. After Raja first, who was there, the second important ruler, Rajendra Chola. He was the next and most famous and important and the powerful king of the Cholas kingdom. Raja first was succeeded by his son Rajendra Chola. That means Rajendra Chola was the son of Raja first. He was the son of the Rajas first. So this both father and son, this both were the ruler of the Cholas kingdom. He completed and the conquest of Sri Lanka that his father had begun. We have seen the Raja first what he did. He captured the most of the Sri Lanka land and even the small island of Bay of Bengal. So after the death of his father, he just handled all the conquered state, all the conquered land. Rajendra Chola crossed the river Ganga and defeated Mahipala. So what he done? Rajendra, after his father death, Rajendra did, he crossed the Ganga river and defeated Mahipala, the ruler of Bengal. First, the Iceland, the Raja first conquered some small island in the Bay of Bengal. Then after his death, his son also defeated the king of Bengal. He crossed the river Ganga and defeated Mahipala, the ruler of Bengal. Then the title of Gangaikonda or the conqueror of the Ganga. So that land was known as the Gangaikonda, where the Rajendra Chola, which he conquered, he crossed the Ganga river and he conquered and he defeated the king of Bengal, and that after defeating the king of Bengal, he conquered that state. So that conquered state was known as the Gangaikonda, the conqueror of the Ganga. He laid the foundation of the new city called Gangaikonda Cholapuram. So that new city was called as Gangaikonda Cholapuram to commemorate his victory in North India. Just to show his victory in North India when he conquered the place where he crossed the Ganga river and defeated the king of Bengal. So that land was known as Gangaikonda. So just to show his victory on that land, over that land, he put the name of that land is Gangaikonda Cholapuram. To commemorate his victory in North India. After his long rule, Rajendra Chola was succeeded by his three sons, one after the another. First, the Raja. First, he was the most famous, powerful king of the Chola's kingdom. Then, after his death, his son was there, Rajendra Chola. Then, now, after he succeeded, he conquered, he crossed the Ganga river and he defeated the king of Bengal and he conquered that land. And he put, to show his victory over that land, he put that land name Gangaikonda Cholapuram. Then after Rajendra Chola was also died. So the who was next to handle that kingdom, Rajendra Chola's three sons were there to handle that kingdom. So I hope you have written these. So let's write the main points of the Rajendra Cholas. He was the king of the Chola family during the century 1016 to 1044 century. The conquest of Sri Lanka. Then Rajendra Chola crossed the Ganga river and defeated the Mahipala, the ruler of Bengal. Even conquered the land. Named Gangaikonda. Foundation of a new city called Gangaikonda. Gangaikonda Cholapuram. Victory of North India. So you just note down this all. Today what we have covered, the Cholas, Raja first and the Rajendra Chola, Muhammad Ghori and Muhammad of Ghazni. This we have covered. Now in our next video we will see the Chola inscription and what do the inscription say. These all points we will cover in our next video. You just note down this all in your notebook in 2 minutes. We'll meet soon in our next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care and thank you.